Hey, book readers. Welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do some bookish things here. Obviously, it's a book channel. This is the finale of Billy Summers. Chapters 21
through 25, I think?
Through 24, I think. Something like that. To the end of the book. That's what it is. And I have Steve. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
All right. And you guys know the drill. We're not going to go through it. I'm kind of bummed. The finale was not what I thought. I am so bummed. And if you haven't read this book, or if you have not read the end, don't watch this video. Just don't. You have to go read the book for yourself. You really need to read the book for yourself. But if you have read it, then you'll know what we're talking about. I am just so bummed. It was like, womp, womp. I feel like a plane that crashed. It really bummed me out. It really did. How'd you feel, honey? You're so quiet over there.
Yeah, a little underwhelming, a little sad.
Oh, two things I got to tell you guys because I was wrong in the last video. I had thought Georgie, I think his name was Georgie Pigs or whatever. I thought he was dead. I thought he got killed. He did not get killed.
He was just somewhere else. He went somewhere.
Yeah, he went somewhere. He went to some camp or something. I don't know. Something to lose weight. His doctor said he had to lose weight.
Okay, so they make this big...
Wait, and there was one other thing I was wrong. Bucky said Alice was in love with Billy. He was right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was that in love with him. I thought it was just, I don't know, I just thought she cared for him. But I guess it was right. I guess this whole Stockholm thing was correct. Okay, now you can go ahead, because I needed to correct myself.
No, it's cool. What was it? They're working up towards that whole go see the guy that put the hit out on him thing.
Yeah.
Here he's this major pile kind of guy, so they're setting her up like she's like 14.
Yeah.
So that they can get in to see him.
Yeah, so they could get in his property because he's a
They see
man.
the guy.
It's all real fast.
He gets in. They see
the guy at the door.
Yeah, they see the guy. It's just, I mean, he everything in the house goes okay. I mean,
for the most part. Well, they weren't expecting Alice to. He wasn't expecting Alice to
do what she did, right?
To do what she did.
But I mean, the overall outcome was the same. I mean, the dude died.
Yeah.
But
Nick, not Nick, whatever his name was. I don't know what his name was. The bad guy.
The bad guy, the one that put the hit on him for $6 million.
Clip, whatever his name was. I don't know. You can see how bummed I am. I'm not as happy as I was.
But Billy had what happened to Billy was a combination of going against what he normally would have done. He probably normally, if it wouldn't have been for Alice, he probably would have killed that old lady in the first when he met her the first time. When he hit her with the gun.
He got feels.
He got feelings, right.
He got empathy.
And if he would have just killed her and been done with it, which is probably what he would have done.
Billy told Alice, he's like, it's okay, Alice, I'm a bad man. It just bummed me out. It bummed me out.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad.
It was.
But she ends up, the old hag that said she'd get him, she did. And then,
I don't really remember her significance in the early chapters.
There wasn't. She served them dinner in the first time. The second time they saw each other, he had hit her kid in the head, and she's like, I'll get you no matter what, blah blah blah, and she ended up doing it.
Yeah.
She ended up doing it.
The book made me sad.
Yeah, the book made me sad too.
It hit me right in my feels.
Yeah, but kudos, Stephen King. You did a good job.
Yeah, that's not something that he usually writes. Stephen King doesn't usually write books that make you cry. I don't think I've ever read a book by him that
made you cry. Right. Usually he just creeps you out.
Yeah, usually he creeps me out. Yeah. Usually he's like leaving me going. I just can't believe I'm crying from a book. You got the vapors, you said?
I got the vapors.
You got the vapors?
I got the vapors. Old southern woman. Oh my. I got the vapors.
I don't know. Like I said, just Alice, they showed up at Bucky's and Bucky's like, what really happened, Alice? That just made me so sad. I don't know. And like I said, he was a hitman, he was an assassin, and I'm crying over, first of all, a book, and you're crying over a hitman or an assassin.
Yeah, but Billy did a good thing in the end. I mean, he took care of April. He set her up.
You mean Alice?
All right, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what's Alice. He took care of her. He made sure that she had money. She could start her life over.
Well, he did it for Bucky too. He set Bucky up.
Yeah.
Bucky's
like
like,
you
I
said,
don't have
he
to
goes,
work
I'm
again.
retired now. He said,
Yeah, he's like, I don't have to work again because of Billy. I don't know. I just always feel dumb when I cry over a book.
It's why. Okay, it's kind of like with the land.
Yeah.
All right. And the boys will back me up. It's like you get so embedded into a book.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I mean, you feel like you're
and
there.
sometimes you feel like you're right standing behind them, looking in, and they don't know you're there, and you're going through everything they're going through.
But I have to say though, I mean, for it to move me like that, for me to feel the way that I feel over a book and characters in a book, it's just like...
You're going to make me cry at the end.
I mean...
You need to stop.
But I mean,
I'm
it's
just sitting here going,
I know.
stop.
But that tells you that that's a good writer, though, that they can pull you in and wrap you in the story and in the characters that much. To make you feel for an assassin. Where this time, he actually made you feel for an assassin, for a hitman. It's like, I don't know, maybe you guys didn't feel for Billy that way. Maybe you're like, yeah, Billy is a bad guy. He needed to die.
I mean, I have to say, the book gets you rooting for Billy. It really
Yeah,
does.
I felt that way.
You know, I mean, I was looking for him to get his money and him and Alice go live in the Bahamas somewhere and sucking pina coladas.
You know what I was waiting for? I was waiting for the picture to be back up on the wall from the cliff when he threw that cliff over.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Alice to... Either it to be back up on the wall or for Alice, like it was closer where Alice could reach it and she was going to put it back.
I'm surprised that Bucky had never made no mind to it. Because when he asked him about it, he goes, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Strange, ain't it? I don't know. The book hit my feels. It was a really good book, though. And then you sit here going, okay, so even though the end, you know, touched my feels, made me cry and all of that, but then I have to step back and I'm like, okay, is it still a 4 or 5 star book? I think so.
I think so.
Even though the ending was disappointing for me, you know, it's not.
That doesn't make it a bad book,
but it doesn't. Right, exactly, and that's what I was just gonna say. Now, just because an end isn't what I want it to be, or satisfying enough, does that make it a bad book? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like in Local Missing Woman. Just because I didn't care for the ending, did it make it a bad book? No, not at all. It was a very good book. It was a page turner too. It just wasn't the end that I was hoping for or that I wanted. But it was still a good and satisfying ending. And it's just like here in this Stephen King book, like I just said. Stephen King's books have never really touched me in my feels except for Churchy and Pet Sematary when the cat got hit by a car. Well, he got hit first.
Yeah.
You know, the cat. You know, I was crying because the cat got hit by a car. And then with a little boy, I'm like, oh, this is going bad.
This is not good.
This is not good. You know. But I think that's the only time that and I didn't cry like I cried in Billy Summers. Billy Summers was a really good book. It was good. And it was so different from The Institute, because The Institute is one of Stephen King's newer books. You and I need to do The Institute, I think.
You know, one of the managers down at the store had told me that he really enjoyed The Institute, that I should read The Institute.
So maybe that'll be our next buddy read. Stephen King's The Institute. I think that's what the next buddy read might be for my husband and I, because Stephen King is a good choice for us to do together, because usually my husband reads
I usually like fantasy.
Yeah, he does fantasy. And
I do
stuff like that.
I do a genre called lit RPG. It's more like kind of like a gamer's kind of futuristic kind of fantasy kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I feel like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like Stephen King is like our bond or our connection as far as reading goes, or probably Harlan Coben. My husband probably could tolerate another Harlan Coben book.
Harlan Coben wasn't bad.
He seemed to be okay
Play
with
Dead
Play
wasn't
Dead.
bad. Play
But
Dead
that was
wasn't
like, you know, that was Harlan Coben's first publication. But anyway, so what were your guys' thoughts? What were your guys' feels? How did you feel about Billy Summers? Did you end up liking him or did you end up not liking him? Did you think he deserved to die or did you not think he deserved to die? What did you think of that end though? I'm just curious. And what are you going to rate the book? I think I'm going to give it 4 stars.
I'll go there.
4?
Yeah, I'll go there. I'd have gave it a 5 if they would have made it and everybody would have had a happy ending, but 4 is good.
So you are judging it by the ending.
Well, yeah, a little.
That's what I did in Local Missing Woman. I mean, yeah, was it still a good book? Yeah.
I didn't say it was a bad book. I just said that I would have liked it. I would have liked it more if they would have got out with
I need a T-shirt that says "That End Though."
Yeah.
That end though. All right. Anyway, you guys let us know. This was a very, 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 very fun buddy read, though. I really enjoyed this one. Out of all the ones we've done so far, I'd have to say this one was my favorite. What do you think?
It was worth the spend.
Definitely better than Demon King. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you for sharing the buddy read with us. Thank you for sharing coffee. And I guess we will see you in the next buddy read or the next time on Books I Read. Bye. Oh my gosh, I have a book hangover now.